Of course you know what you want, right? Well, bear with me. Hello, welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. I'm Sibylle. I help women between 40 and 60 to make the second half of their lives an adventure by prioritizing what they love, their passions, hobbies and interests, and find their unique life purpose. Any of this sounds interesting, check out my website, wildspiritscoaching.com. Today's topic is know what you want in the second half of your life. You probably think you know exactly what you want, but the truth is you might not. Or put in another way, it's one thing to have this bone deep conviction and knowledge of who you are and what you want in life. And it's quite another thing to have the clarity to put this into words and thoughts and actions. Now, guess what the universe operates on? Yep, clarity, words, thoughts, and actions. Your mission today is to find the clarity to know exactly what you want in the second half of your life. The background to this is what you want and what you don't. A popular exercise with motivational speakers is they pick someone from the audience and put them on stage and ask them what they don't want and what they do want. And normally, people are very quick to list what they don't want. I want out of this dead-end job or the stressful job. I want out of the unhappy relationship. I don't want to continue living in this unsuitable apartment, and so on and so forth, right? When it comes to what they do want, the clarity considerably lessens. I mean, we all want to be happy, healthy, and wealthy, right? But if you compare these things, happy, healthy, wealthy, with the don't wants, you see immediately that they're a lot less specific and a lot less clear. And that, as I explained in the introduction, is a problem. The task is get clarity on the second half of your life. So in order to specify what happy, healthy, and wealthy means for you, I want you to think of the second half of your life, or if that's easier for you, think between the time now and when you're 100 years old. And ask yourself how you want to feel in that second half of your life. Only the feelings, don't think anything what you're doing or whatever, just concentrate on the feeling for the time being. The answer will probably be happy. You want to be happy. Now dig a little deeper. What does that mean for you? Come up with adjectives. You might come up with things like calm, content, or maybe adventurous, excited, sexy. And by the way, none of these are mutually exclusive. It can be all of them. Just find a number of adjectives that make your soul hum, that make you go, yes, oh, yeah, that make you feel right about this, right? Once you have your adjectives, the next step is to match those adjectives to areas of your life and aspects of your life. I give you a few examples of those as well, like where you live, who you're with, what you do all day, how and when you pursue your passions, hobbies and interests, how you live, like not just where you live, but also do you live in a house or in an apartment, with others or on your own, in the city, in the countryside, and so forth, right? So match the adjectives that you found before to those aspects of your life. And once you have that, you have a wonderful foundation for setting goals for the second half of your life. And if you need help with that or with any of what I've just explained, you know where to find me. And if you don't know where to find me, go to my website, wildspiritscoaching.com. You'll find under the programs, under the work with me, you'll find a contact way where you can schedule a free chat with me. I'm happy to help you with that. And again, that doesn't cost you anything. Getting that clarity is, like I said, the first step into actually attaining what you want in the second half of your life. Because somehow knowing it, even if it's a deep, bone-deep knowledge, is not quite enough when it comes to putting these things into practice and actually creating your life in that way. And that only leaves me to ask you what you think of this. let me know. Leave a comment below the video or reply to the email that you got the link to the video with, and tell me where you stand on this. Do you have that clarity? Are you doing this exercise now? What are your insights? I would love to hear about it, and obviously I'll reply to every comment. And like I said, if you want a little more, go to my website. You can also join the community of wild spirits there. It's 1 email per week, 100% spam free, and I'd love to have you. I always share a lot of things there that I don't share anywhere else, so it's actually worth it signing up for the newsletter. It's not just some marketing thing, right? I wish you a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.